The July 4th weekend, the hot summer weather means a lot of people are going to be firing up their grill, and it's important to make sure it's clean. I got to look at a local company that found a way to do that with a safe choice that's made in North Carolina. They built their company on making a clean, green alternative that really works. But 20 years ago, when Bryson Industries first launched, products that were labeled as green or environmentally friendly didn't have a great reputation.
Companies that did that, they really just put water in a bottle, and they really didn't understand the chemistry to make a product that is green and safe, but to actually still work. And so that's really where our advantage was, is we had a good chemist that created a really safe green product, but that actually works, and so I think that resonates.
Bryson is the company behind CitraSafe, a grill cleaner that's continued to get more popular every year and is now a market leader. You'll find it in America's largest retailers: Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, Ace Hardware, Amazon. It uses the power of citrus to clean and degrease the grill.
The active ingredient is called d-limonene, which is an oil extracted from orange peels.
And it's designed to be used on the grates when they're cold, so no more wasting fuel burning off the residue.
By doing it this way, you're able to spray the grill before the grill is turned on, let it sit for a minute, agitate it with the scrubber, and then wipe it clean.
One of the best advertisements comes in their name, CitraSafe. It emphasizes there's no dangerous chemicals in there. And now more than ever, people are really concerned about chemicals around their house, around their pets, and around their kids. And by using a regular scrubbing pad, there's no need for a dangerous wire brush.
We've all heard the stories of the wire brushes getting embedded in people's intestines and things like that. And I think as people have really seen that, that's not really the best way to do it, is to clean the grill safely with a product that they don't have to worry about hurting themselves or their pets or anything like that.
Bryson Industries started making CitraSafe in Guilford County, eventually outgrowing that location. They needed more space to bottle, package, and ship CitraSafe and a number of other products. After moving to a former furniture shipping hub in Davidson County, they've continued to expand with 24 employees and 150,000 square feet of space. These days, grilling is big business.
People are spending a lot of money on grills, and they do want to protect it.
It starts with keeping that grill clean, and CitraSafe has now become the non-toxic choice to help people save fuel and keep their family safe too. Now, you heard David mention the concern about metal brushes, the bristles that kind of break off and end up on the griddle there. They've developed a new brush that has special nylon bristles. One of those breaks off, ends up on the grill. It is designed to burn up at 140 degrees, so as you're cooking your food, it'll turn up into ash. It won't be there at all. So you'll see those coming out in the months ahead. If you want to find CitraSafe, Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, you'll also find it on Amazon too.